And with that, we are ready for
Vai
Doom
começar.
2 being run once again by KingDime.
Hi, Peaches.
Câmera errada ali por um
Okay,
momento.
we're fine.
So Doom 2, it came out in
I'll hide my
1994.
thigh from the stream.
Doom 2 came out in 1994, and I'd kind of consider it an expansion pack and more than its own game. But I argue it's one of the best expansion packs that I've ever played, just because of the bestiary additions with the Mancubi and the Arachnotron, the Archviles, the Pain Elementals, and some people like Chain Gunners, but there's very few of them out there. We got one change on the couch going into Doom 2, so introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi everybody, I'm Kenny again.
Awesome. I'm not playing Nightmare.
Ok, vamos logo, né? Vamos direto para run. É o mesmo runner, mesmo couch de antes. Então, vamos começar?
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
GL, GL.
So immediately we're in the exit room of entryway.
Map one's over. Good
Map
job.
one's over, 6 seconds. It's a real
Ó,
run, guys.
já
Girls.
começamos rápido mesmo.
So we have a west-facing glide coming up. Now the hitbox of Doom Guy is 32 by 32.
Que a hitbox do Ungai é 32 por 32. Mas, ok, no seno e no cosseno eles não consideram valor zero. Então, se eles se alinharem corretamente, parece que eles conseguem passar por ali. Meu Deus. Olha o nível, né? Os caras estudam o seno e o cosseno dos valores da hitbox do personagem.
It's really dangerous not having a mega armor, so I have to be casual about it. There we are.
Yeah, as it was, this map used to be dangerous enough while getting all the armor, and now we don't get it.
Nice. Gonna use a stray 50 to go straight into the shotgunner. And yes, this is Gauntlet, doesn't have a U in it. So I kind of looked up the definition, and it only means the punishment aspect of Gauntlet. And this map introduces the Chain Gunner, so
Esse mapa aí tem aquele inimigo novo ali, o Chain Gunner.
So we just strafe ran right into the window to
pouco mais de strafing. Ele não mencionou, mas eu imagino que a movimentação seja similar ao do jogo anterior, né?
On the high ground up here, and they don't really change direction because one of the quirks in the Doom engine is
os dois tipos de strafing, né, que ele mencionou antes.
So welcome to Hitscan Central.
Crazy amount of hit scanners. If I have like below 100% health,
se ele ficar com menos de 100% de HP, geralmente ele pega eles com o Chain Gun.
Coming up here, going through the red door, we're going to have several SR50s. Just to skip. Kind of skip that switch there. And there we are.
Ok.
Now we're going to be picking up the super shotgun.
Ele vai pegar a arma de super shot.
But we're gonna see it in map 5, and not much going on, so Butters, go ahead with donations.
Pediu aí mais doações. Não vai acontecer muita coisa por hora.
I'll try not to rocket myself too many times in the face for you, Market. I want you to be still standing.
Thank you very much, Super Chaos Muffin, for the $30 donation. Hey, GDQ, love what you do. Question for Runner and Couch, what's your favorite Doom level? Mine is E4, M2.
Tricks and traps, for sure. I love the sandy maps.
Probably refueling base for me, we'll see later.
Oh, wow.
A Tom Hall map?
I know, right?
Nice.
I'm a pretty big fan of Living End.
So we hit this cycle.
Ele conseguiu aquele ciclo ali. Ele deveria descer o elevador e depois subir de novo. Mas fazendo ali um strafe jump, ele consegue esquipar essa sequência. Um sequence break.
There's a line trigger here, but just by walking around to the left, I'm going to skip it.
Yeah, that's gonna avoid opening up some monster closets on his way back
Só
after he picks up the
deu
key. The disc
uma
hallway's pretty narrow
chegadinha
and
para a
easy to get
esquerda
blocks
ali e
by.
conseguiu evitar
Now that
uma
first
sequência
trick,
também mais para
you also
frente de
saw in the
ter
elevator
que
is it was.
abrir algumas.
I would argue it's one of the early implemented speed tricks in the Doom 2 UV Speed, and the very first UV Speed movie was done in 1995 by Hugh Gerlich.
Falou que o primeiro UV Speed foi feito em 95, pouco depois do jogo ser lançado.
Who has an 1840 in-game time.
That run is absolutely absurd if you ever want to watch it.
So meanwhile, we're now in Dead Simple, which is one of the most iconic but also most copied maps. It's very unique for having triggers based on killing all of the Mancubi and all of the Arachnotrons, but we're going to skip those.
57 minutos a primeira run de 95.
Really difficult trick there.
That is a trick that requires precision within 1 or 2 ticks of the game engine.
Ele fez um trick ali para escapar a parte da fase. Eles falaram que era bem preciso, mas acho que eles não explicaram muito bem como funciona. Eu, pelo menos, não ouvi nenhuma explicação completa.
Don't worry about him, he'll be okay.
Yeah, that's one thing we never actually got to talk about in the first Doom run is monster infighting will happen.
Eles comentaram aí uma coisa que eles não falaram no primeiro jogo, né? Que às vezes os monstros lutam entre si, né?
Their sound effects will go off, so you'll hear this Hybrid Demon do his groan thing whenever he kills monsters once in a while.
And monster infighting, it was discovered on E2M9, the secret map in episode 2, and there's 4 Barons and like 9 Cacodemons, and the developers thought, oh, we can't really complete this level. But then they noticed that they were fighting each other, which is, it's like unintended, but they kept it in.
Nossa, ele tá mencionando aí que essa questão dos monstros lutarem entre si não foi pretendida pelos desenvolvedores. Eles perceberam o que estava acontecendo e só deixaram.
For 21 lost souls. Low health, I'll save.
We're going to do another rocket jump here across the
Vai ter mais um rocket jump.
So we can skip doing the bottom
E não precisa fazer a parte de baixo dessa área toda.
Such a great flow. I love doing it every time. And this is easily one of my favorite minis in Doom 2 into Sandy City. But I wish we heard it more than once.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is the only map it plays on, and it's a pretty hectic map.
Estão falando da música desse mapa.
Hear it as well on the stream.
And done. Here we are. We got Refueling Base. It is a revamped Tom Hall map from Doom 1, and it was put into Doom 2.
Parece que esse mapa aí foi aproveitado do primeiro Doom.
But they were nice to me. Didn't do too much.
Indeed.
Like, just to give you an idea just how mean these shotgunners are, they have a damage variance between 3 and 45.
Tá mencionando que aqueles shotgunners, aqueles inimigos, o dano deles pode variar entre 3 e 45, então eles podem te matar bem rápido se o RNG for ruim.
Yeah, so people who are familiar with the run may have noticed he'd use a different route on that level. We used to go in and get the invulnerability next to the Cyber Demon, but it's since been rerouted, and we also end up getting the BFG on that level as well for some extra ammo.
Alright, we're on a cool map by John Romero, and it's one of the popular ones for deathmatch,
mapa do
back in the day,
próprio John Romero.
Map 1, Map 7,
até eu conheço ele.
And there was... I forgot to go there. Okay, let's go back up.
I was going to say, that was the sound of our train leaving without us.
But there was an iconic map that was made later based on Doom 1. Doom 2 Map 1 called Duango 5.
Falando aí sobre mapa que foi feito baseado num mapa do primeiro.
Okay, done. I'm not saying a word about the next map. It's not one of Sandy's best, so go ahead, Butters.
se recusando a comentar sobre esse próximo mapa. Ele pediu doações. Ó, uma doação aí de $1.000.
Thank you very much, Adam. And I'm not sure if a ton of you are aware of Adam Williamson, but he started speedrunning Doom back in 1996.
É de
I believe he's very old school.
De runner que corre Doom desde 96.
Wow. That's not 1996.
Esses caras realmente são old school, são raiz mesmo.
It's a little bit less than that, but it's a long time.
Shoutouts to all my fellow old Doom runners, and props to KingDime, Zero Master, Dways, and all the other current runners keeping Doom running alive and breaking so many long-standing records. Thanks to all AGDQ runners and staff for such an awesome event as always.
There we are. That's okay, we get a Berserk pack here on downtown. At the end, once I get to the invulnerability, there's a new strat where I'm going to shoot the chain gun, and it's going to manipulate an imp to come in front of me. And then we're going to parkour over here.
Ó, vai fazer parkour ali.
Do a
Ele
key grab.
Ele tentou manipular ali.
That didn't work. I messed
Peraí,
up my
deixa eu
input.
ver. O que ele tá tentando fazer?
Okay.
Fortunately, there's no monsters here to really keep us from having a
There we go.
easy time of it.
Okay. No revenants, no revenants.
All right, yeah. That was the one thing I was worried about, was running out of invuln.
All right, Butters, more donations. We've got the longest break in any of the two Doom games. We get to hang out for like 25 seconds. That just doesn't happen in Doom.
Thank you very much.
E mais uma área aí que acho que não vai ter nada especial acontecendo, então ele pediu mais doações. Uns 25 segundos.
Dooms dues, Dooms dues, Dooms dues, Dooms dues, Dooms dues.
Dooms dues.
Dooms dues. I'm done. Get the Arachnotron out of the way, and then we can fly to the exit. Okay, map 14, Inmost Dens by American McGee. Another of the ones that have just been copied over and over. It's just got this cool design where you're going in structures and you're kind of jumping to the next progression point.
Comentando pouco sobre a estrutura das fases, né, do level design. Ele vai fazer uma nova variação do Rocket Jump. Precisa de no mínimo 75% de HP. Ok, conseguiu ali.
Yeah, so people might be wondering why we do this run on ultra violence instead of saying easier difficulty. The reason
E eles fazem essa run na dificuldade ultra violence porque a distância dos rocket jumps é baseada na quantidade de dano que eles tomam. Então, se você toma mais dano, né, na Ultra Violence, você consegue mais distância nos Rocket Jumps.
Yeah, so this is a big deal. We're going to see a zero press, which is going to allow Dime to press a switch from the outside of the structure.
There we go.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's quiet time to let him hear sound
Precisa ali de
cues.
sound cues para pressionar aquela parede no momento certo.
Okay, one sec, Kenny. There's a teleporter on this
Esse
map.
mapa aí vai ter teleporter
With a secret that's on the sector of the teleporter, you weren't able to
área
get
secreta
it because,
ali.
with Doom Guy triggers teleporters when it's like 16 units over his hitbox.
O Doom Guy, ele só triggera esses teleporters quando tá a 16 pixels da hitbox dele. Mas eles descobriram uma forma de...
Very recently, and it was the last trick to be found in Doom 2. Finally done 25 years after release.
Esse daí... Bom, ele falou aí o que foi que eles descobriram 20 anos depois, mas eu não consegui pegar tudo. Alguma coisa sobre a hitbox dos teleporters. Acho que eles conseguiram a forma de ativar o teleporter mais cedo, parece. Não consegui pegar tudo que ele disse. Mas depois de 20 anos eles descobriram uma estratégia nova para esse jogo.
Okay, and we're gonna see another zero press coming up here.
Saves a side trip to the two-side areas.
Yeah, it's going to allow us to skip getting both the yellow and blue keys here. We're just going to clear out a few enemies before we set this up.
Que precisa pegar 2 chaves aí, parece. Tá tomando uns danos ali. O que ele tá fazendo? Ah, eu imaginei. Quando ele falou, não sei o que, 20 anos, isso aí que o cara tava falando.
Be kind of quick about it because we are taking constant damage from the nukage in this case.
Yeah.
Now you may have seen the flames come up there. That's the arch vial. It's actually the first one we encounter in the run. There are a few in earlier levels, but they're not in areas.
Aquelas chamas ali foram um inimigo chamado Arch Vial.
Channeling type attack that the flames will appear for a few seconds and then they'll blast you up in the air. The vertical blast itself is used for some interesting tricks in other Doom runs where you can actually use it to jump gaps. But the other interesting thing is that you can actually prevent the damage by just breaking line of sight, even if it's only with like a 2 or 4 pixel wide object.
And that new trick, we would used to go to an Arachnotron pick, and then you would try to jump in for the yellow key. But by doing the zero press, that map is now well under 2 minutes, which is great.
Ele tá comentando que esses novos skips permitem que eles terminem esse mapa em menos de 2 minutos. E o V, pelo que eu entendi, é a dificuldade, né? Ultra Violence.
Thank you very much, Sass, for the $100 donation. Classic Doom hype. Here's a nickel for every time I hit spacebar on a random section of wall. Thank you very much, Bouncy Tem, for the $100 donation. Hey, Dime, it was through your Plutonia run a few years ago that I discovered AGDQ, and it became a staple for me since. Here's $100 for beating cancer, and here's to another amazing speedrun from you.
Awesome, thank you, Bouncy.
O V é Ultra Violence, a dificuldade.
I don't know what he's doing.
E é um N%. Simplesmente terminar o jogo mais rápido.
Either the yellow or blue key, but in this case we can actually just do the glide.
I gotta do this very fast. Nice. Iconic map here where you see the Spider Mastermind and the Cyber Demon who infight. And
yeah, we're gonna skip that.
Yeah. But as a kid, I would always watch it. Like, I would put on cheats on tricks and traps, and there's that big room with all the Barons and the Cyber Demon, and I'd just watch them fight. I'd have a good old time. And you might be wondering, like, what happened there? How did... Oh, man. Oh, man.
The game took revenge on you.
Yeah.
Ele tomou mega combo ali dos Chain Gunners.
There's a fun fact about this map, and that with the ability to wall run, it's actually possible to shoot a rocket from one end of the map, run in front of it, and get hit by it.
Gotta go fast, man.
Take this out. Now we're gonna run back to a secret so that we can get a Mega Sphere.
Que vai
And that's gonna set us up
pegar agora uma Mega Sphere para o episódio 3. Na área secreta ali.
Oh, I fell.
Well, at least this is an escapable pit.
Yeah, yeah. We'll be seeing those on map 24 on the Chasm. Nirvana, the route is very different. We're going to be using a double glide plus like a conservation of momentum.
E vai usar double glide e rocket boost para conservar o momento.
Like, that's very lazy mapping. They didn't even like check.
Yeah, so we're actually going to boost our hitbox back into the teleporter here. It's going to allow us to skip getting all the keys.
And I'm trying not to hate on the devs too much because Doom is one of my favorite games of them.
Realmente, ele roda lisinho mesmo.
It's like a long way to get back there.
É muito difícil você ter jogos naquela época tão suaves.
And there's not a lot of modern
Isso
games that kind
em
of take
PC,
that.
né?
Even the new Doom 4, which I did love, is it plays more like Serious Sam, kind of, or a Painkiller with arenas. Not even time to explain that trick. Like,
yeah, that was just a diagonal wall glide. That
Eu fizeria
right
wall glide diagonal.
It's possible to do a rocket jump to skip that little
Eles
bottom section.
poderiam ter feito rocket jump,
for the red
little more
mas pouco preciso demais e acho que falar que não vale a pena tentar o rocket jump ali, então usando essa outra estratégia.
Yeah, like as it was lowering.
He blew up the barrels. He blew up the barrels.
We're not getting the.
So we go into the backup strat.
Yeah. So if the Mancubus doesn't actually shoot the barrels, it's possible. It's possible for us to do essentially a wall run along the back line of the barrels.
And now we're on the backup strat. Lost Soul moved a barrel. And I couldn't get in position for the jump.
Backup strat.
Here we got the MIDI from Alice in Chains, Them Bones.
Levou bonk ali do
like
inimigo.
One copied.
Yeah. Anyone who's played Plutonia, this is the MIDI that plays in Map 23 Tombstone,
yeah,
I think.
Also Map 23.
Jogo liso é o Virtual Highlight disso daí, cara. Aquele sim. Quem não viu, veja aquela run. A definição de fast paced. Aquela run é tão boa que tudo que o cara faz, tudo que o runner faz é frame perfect. Todos os movimentos são frame perfect, para vocês terem uma ideia de como é precisa.
There's actually a Keiko Demon in that pit that we're essentially wall running off of.
Okay. Part 1.
We're hitting these switches, ignoring the Z-axis again.
Mais uma vez a questão de o jogo não ter a coordenada Z, né? Então ele consegue atingir aqueles interruptores mesmo sem estar exatamente no mesmo local que eles.
Yeah, the game actually adds a little insult to injury at the end, whereas when you get to the end of the little platform there, it actually raises a safe point for you to go back to. Not that you really need it.
Virtual Highlight foi muito bom.
Map, and he was kind of working on his map making, so he was practicing his mapping skills, but they still put it in the final game.
Yeah, so we're just stocking up a little bit. There's not really much else. You can probably get a couple donations into this map.
Ok, eles pediram mais umas doações aí. Não vai ter nada de muito especial acontecendo agora.
I've been a supporter of AGDQ for years now, but it means that much more to me. Thank you very much, Night Avenger, for the $25 donation. Good luck on the runs, Dime, aka our hero. Do it for Daisy.
For Daisy.
Shout out to the guys in Dime's Discord server, Doom World, and the whole Doom community for keeping this timeless classic alive.
So you saw him run into the cage a little bit there. He's actually trying to do
bom quando acabou.
Through the cage.
So if I'm low on cells, I can get some extras on Map 28, the Spirit World. Oh, there we go. But yeah, keep going, Butters. This is the last like good opportunity before the end of the run.
Ok, sim, tinha uma princesa. Ela apareceu por o quê? Uns 5 segundos. Ou seja, traduzindo para o tempo do jogo, 5 frames. E aí ela dá uma olhada direto para a câmera, é bem engraçado.
Thank you very much, Mystic Mage, for the $100 donation. Love Doom. Super hard game and amazing to watch the speedrun. Thanks to the runners at GDQ for doing this. Rip and tear cancer apart.
Good, we got that little skip over to the key there.
I did a strafe run over a section, but there's a Lost Soul below me.
Comprou o original. Muito bom.
There's like a trick called thing
Meus pêsames.
and it applies the same movement bonus as a wall run.
E vai fazer agora aí uma movimentação que é equivalente a um wall run.
Individual from Half-Life who is trying to open the door, but the Archvile is way worse.
Yeah, so we're actually running up against this little post here to take only.
Ele tá correndo aí contra esse pilarzinho aí no chão, porque isso permite ele tomar só metade do dano que ele normalmente receberia desse inimigo.
Oh my God, Barney, no! Barney, where are you going? Oh, hi.
O bichinho fugiu lá, tipo... Foi dar uma volta e voltou. Foi fumar um cigarro. Oh, okay. Morreu.
Yeah, we were gonna give Barney a chance there.
Yeah, that was pretty bad luck as far as Barney goes.
That was amazing.
He doesn't usually bother.
Foi um RNG ruim, mas foi engraçado.
Thank you very much, Arrow, for the $125 donation.
No.
He went over there again.
The other thing to note is that Archviles will always infight anything.
Ah, meu Deus, agora ele se matou ali. Eles têm um apelidinho pra esse cara.
Barney, you're the real MVP.
Eu imagino que esse inimigo deva afetar muito as runs deles, então eles acabaram dando um apelidinho pra ele.
There we go. This ought to help.
Ok. Agora o Barney contribuiu.
Yeah, so the idea is he runs so fast and the door is so thin, only 8 units wide, that he can actually open it.
A ideia é que o Barney corre tão rápido e a porta é tão fina que ele consegue abrir a porta pelo outro lado. Você consegue passar pela porta aberta com a ajuda do Barney.
And 186 is, I'm not comfortable with that amount. Spirit World, again, a sandy map, and one of my favorites, because the game is called Doom 2 Hell on Earth, but there's not that many themes that kind of incorporate the hell.
Tá comentando que
It's like an abstract, odd hell.
O jogo se chama Inferno na Terra, mas tem muito poucos elementos que incorporam esse inferno aí. Acho que as nossas definições são meio diferentes, porque o que mais ele queria ver? Todos os círculos do Inferno de Dante, da Divina Comédia.
This is a very long map, casually.
Chain Gunner.
Yeah. We're on.
Forget them.
We're on 0 armor right now.
Ele tá sem armadura agora.
Gonna be pretty easy to take a lot of
Tem
damage.
que tomar cuidado aí pra não morrer.
I do a slight delay in my movement when I shoot those 2 rockets at the start. Because if I used like an SR-50 and I tried to do like perfect efficiency, I would hit myself with the rocket. I can kill myself by accident.
Seria maneiro boss pra cada ciclo do inferno.
So basically what we did is we ran up to that middle section, and when you get onto that platform, a walkway starts rising from the bottom of the level. It takes quite a long time for it to actually get up for us to go anywhere, so he's actually using that time just to go gather some extra resources.
Okay, we're getting the rad suit. If I was 200, I wouldn't grab the rad suit. That's why I love to do marathon runs compared to just doing world record kind of attempts. Or not world record, I'm lower than Zero Master.
Ele tá dizendo que gosta mais de fazer runs de maratona do que PB attempts. Justamente porque ele tem a chance de mostrar todas as strats backup que normalmente ele não faria quando ele tá tentando PB. Oh, meu Deus.
There's actually a different version of this. There's a different version of this trick that actually uses the Archvile to jump.
Oh, eles vão usar o Barney de novo? Ah, acho que não. Acho que ele só quis dar um shout-out pro Barney ali.
There was a new task by Zero Master a couple weeks ago on the Nightmare difficulty, and it's 12 minutes and 44 seconds.
Só em maratona no bar, nem sai pra fumar. Aparentemente.
If you're looking for another good task with this game, I highly recommend looking up the 4-player co-op run.
Estão aí recomendando para quem tiver interesse em ver algum task do jogo, o co-op de 4 jogadores.
A little bit low on health here.
Nice.
Oh, they got a bonus hit
Nossa, tem 18% de HP. E vai ter que enfrentar um Chain Gunner. Ah, Death Snipe! Meu Deus.
But yeah, so this rocket jump is effectively skipping 3 barriers, whereas the old strat was to use an SR50 to skip 2 of them, and you would have to.
E ele fazendo aí um rocket jump que já esquipa logo 3 barreiras, né? Ok, agora foi. Agora ele conseguiu executar o rocket jump sem morrer no processo.
Wave by to the Cyber
Nice, agora foi.
And the last map to kill me, you must kill me, John Romero.
Yeah, if anybody actually ever got a glimpse of Dime's saves, he actually has that written in the bottom 2 slots of his save list.
So we're going to try to do an SR50 to make the elevator here nice.
Ok, tô tentando fazer o carinha ali atingir o elevador.
Telefragged by the enemy spawners.
There's no way I can do this, not with the Arachnotron. That's a bad spawn.
Ok, acho que ele conseguiu um spawn ruim ali.
God mode in this game is to get telefragged.
Ele vai tentar de novo subir o elevador.
Just suppression fire and okay, we got 2 on that cycle.
Should be 1 more hit and then we'll be.
Acho que falta só mais um hit.
But Arachnotron is a bad spawn, Pain Elemental and Archvile.
E
well, Archvile unless you're attacked.
Ready for time?
GG.
We're done.
All right, good run. 30-45.
Esse foi Doom 2.
Look at all those kills.
O inferno na terra.
Yep, you'll get 100% for every monster you kill on Icon of Sin. So you can get a lot of kill percent if you really want to.
Alrighty, I have a few people that I want to thank. I want to thank all my couch commentators, Matty Ice, Zello, Kenny, and Funkmaster from the previous run.
Yep.
Anybody for answering my questions, Zero Master, Alimsky, Looper, Mr. Zool for his
E fazendo os agradecimentos.
Otherwise, that's like 3 times in a row that is wrong. And M-Trop for some collision.
Assim, eu posso não entender nada desse jogo, dessa run, mas eu já sabia que runs de Dui eram bem impressionantes, que é uma run que já... Uma comunidade de speedrun que já existe praticamente desde que os jogos foram lançados, né? As speedruns de Doom são muito, muito antigas. Então é uma coisa que foi se otimizando muito ao longo dos anos. Então os caras realmente chegaram ao ponto de dominar muito os jogos.